everybody, it's Meg. How are you doing today? It is 90 degrees here in South Carolina, and it's only going to get a lot hotter. And I'm in my little crafty building, and my poor little air condition is working very hard, and it's still hot in here. But anyway, I thought I would take a break and make a little video. I was watching, they said rock and roll's paranormal tag and some of her paranormal videos and a few other tags that some people did. I think it was a tag that Witchy Betty started. And I was going to just do the tag, but then I just decided I'll just do a little talk about it. I haven't had that many paranormal experiences, but I have had a couple. The first one I'll tell you about was about 2 years ago, and me and my daughter and my husband were driving on the interstate, and all of a sudden these big, they were probably like 7-8 inches in diameter, like translucent orbs. There were two of them, and they were flitting around and dancing in front of the car, and they like stayed with us for like a minute or two. And the strange thing is, me and my daughter Ashlyn were both like, David, do you see that? And he couldn't see them. Only me and Ashlyn could. And I think my theory is why he couldn't see them is because he's not very open-minded yet. That's about the only theory I have. But I mean, they were not lights. They were, almost glowing. So that's one experience I had. Another would be a long time ago, probably my second paranormal experience. I had a sister who passed away when she was very young, and when I went back to the home where she was raised and stayed to visit my mom, I was asleep, and I woke up, and I got up for a little bit, and I walked back in the bedroom, and there she was, just hovering. I mean, I don't know why she was hovering, but like up against the wall, up kind of high, and she was really translucent, and I was like kind of, pinching myself, is this a dream? Am I losing it? But I saw her, and it only lasted briefly, just for a few seconds, and then she was gone. No one believes me. When you start telling people about these experiences, a lot of people think you're wacko. But I'll always treasure that experience. My first paranormal experience I ever had was when I was little, and I still remember it so vividly. I was about 8 years old, and I slept with the door open. And around the corner of the door, a hand appeared. And my parents chalked it up to nightmares. I was screaming and crying, but I was scared. I would peek back under the covers, crawl back under the covers, and then stick my head back up, and it would still be there. And it was there for a while, and finally I got up running and screaming, and to this day I have no idea what that was. None. I don't know why just a hand would appear, but it did feel like a darker energy. And for years I kind of wrote that off as, childhood night terror or something. But now I really believe I saw something. I have another story here. My arm's getting tired from holding this phone. I have got to get a tripod. Another kind of paranormal experience, which was really kind of, I guess it's paranormal. It's witchy for sure. This is when I first started practicing, and I had read something about graveyard dirt, and I was going to do a spell, and my biological father had passed away, and I was going to take some dirt from his grave. This was my intention. Now, I never told anybody about it, so I went and I got some of that dirt, and now I didn't do anything with it. I was just kind of holding on to it for a while, and like the next morning, my daughter woke up, she had breakfast, and me and my daughter usually, when she was younger, I'd always just ask her, did you have any good dreams, or did you have any nightmares, did you sleep good, etc. And she's eating breakfast, and all of a sudden she says, Mama, Papa Jimmy told me to tell you that he wants to rest. He wants to be left alone. I swear that is the God and Goddess honest truth of what happened, and I have never messed with graveyard dirt again since that day. Needless to say, I got rid of the graveyard dirt. I did not do anything with it, and it was just, I don't know if he came to visit her. I mean, I guess he had to, or if she is psychic, just had a really psychic experience, but that freaked me out. He wanted to rest. He wanted to be left alone, and so, I've told some people that story. I told my high priestess, and she asked me if I had left an offering or whatever, but I just really think the man wanted to be left alone. I really do. I just don't know why, but or maybe what I was going to do with it. I think it was a love spell, because, and when you first start, that's usually the first thing people do. It was stupid, or maybe that was, he knew it was a really bad idea. I guess I'll never know the answer to that, but I just thought I would share these little experiences. That's my sort of take on the paranormal world. I have had a couple of, feelings. I don't see, other than that one time, I've never seen any more ghosts or anything. I have loved ones who come visit me in my dreams, and a lot of times when I'm riding in the car, I can feel them around me. Very powerful, but I don't see them. But I just thought I'd share, that's my experiences so far. All right, y'all have a good night. Blessed be.